All right, welcome back, everybody, to Rome. And it's a big day. Every player on the ATP that is into the fourth round is playing today. Starting with Alcaraz. We rarely watch Alcaraz first thing in the morning, so this is a weird schedule that he is playing this early. But you got Sinner coming on later as well. Women's quarterfinal day is also happening today as well. So there's a lot to go through, and we'll go through as much as we can. But yeah, big day. And then tomorrow we start to... after today, everything gets really quiet. Because the next couple of days, it's only a couple matches a day. It's not as crazy. It gets hectic and then it gets quiet. By the way, chat, big news. If you haven't checked out Djokovic news, go check it out. Go check it out. If you haven't already, go check it out. Big news, Djokovic news. All right. Khachanov versus Alcaraz. That's what we're watching. And these guys have played a total of 4 times. Alcaraz has won all matches in straight sets. They haven't played since Beijing last year, though. This is their 4th match on clay, though. So they have played on clay a lot. Alcaraz has won them all, dating back to 2022. So they have played... They're very familiar with each other's games. And Khachanov is a good clay quarter. So Alcaraz is going to have to be good. He's going to have to be good. It's such a stacked tennis day, and then it really thins out. Yeah, that's what happens with these 1000s. It gets it's sort of like it goes slow, and then it gets really crazy, and then it goes down. It gets really quiet again, which is a bit of a shame. I kind of wish it was a little bit more like... It's almost like the build-up is for the middle of the tournament, which is weird. Usually the build-up is for the finals, but, with 2 weeks, it kind of just happens that way, it feels. The sun ain't even up yet. Yeah, it's crazy. By the way, speaking of the sun is out at the moment, but it is going to rain today, so we're just going to keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on those clouds, because it is not supposed to be sunny all day. There is going to be some rain around, according to weather, so we'll keep an eye out for that. And hopefully we get through the day. Did you manage to get some sleep? Yeah, I got a little bit. I got enough. I think tomorrow, starting tomorrow, it's going to be much easier. It's going to be much better tomorrow. Being able to sleep tomorrow, but yeah. Thought Murray and Djokovic were going to be to Wimbledon. Yeah, I thought that too. Yeah, look, it throws up the question: is Djokovic retiring this year? Is he kind of winding down? Is that what's happening? That's got to be a legitimate question, right? Is Djokovic, saying thanks for the help, Andy, because slowly he's gonna phase out? Is that the plan? Who knows? All right, Alcaraz, by the way, with the nose strip and also the leg sleeve. Thinking that maybe Nole is not playing RG. Thinking Nole is not playing RG and Wimbledon. No, I think he will. Is today's match the quarterfinal round for men? Nope, it's 4th round. Men's quarterfinal start tomorrow. All right. Djokovic has nothing more to play for. Retirement is logical. Yeah, maybe. Winner of this winner of this match takes on the winner of Mute and Draper, who are currently playing or currently starting as well. So we will keep an eye on that match as well. And then after this, we've got the dynamic duo of Koala. So that'll be fun. And then later, Sinner plays. Zverev and Fisa playing again, which is interesting. So a lot to cover. People are already talking about Murray coaching Draper, like Jack doesn't already have a great coach. Yeah, I don't think Murray's going to coach anybody for a while. I don't think Murray's going to jump back into coaching anytime soon. Especially because he's got a family, like young family. He's got to, travel the world. He doesn't have to coach, Yeah. All right. Here we go. Just warming up the last couple of shots, and they'll do the serves, and then we'll get ready. The whole Polish side of Twitter is asking Swiatek to hire him. Yeah, see, I don't think Murray's... I don't think Andy is going to coach anybody else. At least not now. I don't think he's going to coach anybody. Like, he might help someone during Wimbledon, right? He might advise someone, but I don't think Andy's traveling the world coaching. And I think he helped. He was with Djokovic just because it was Novak Djokovic, and he was kind of, it was a too good to refuse kind of offer, right? Whereas I don't think he's going to be traveling the world with anyone else. I mean, he barely traveled the world anyway. Like, if you look at his, he didn't go to every tournament, right? He only went to like some of the big ones. He's not going to be a week in, week out coach. He's not going to be there every time. So I don't think he wants. I don't think he will. Agree. I think Andy will stay home and play golf. Yeah. Totally different if Andy didn't have a family or a wife, at home, and if it was just like he just had nothing to do. But he has all those things. So you're like, well, why would he? There's players. I mean, go watch the Alcaraz documentary and you'll hear about, the sacrifices that everybody has to do for Alcaraz, right? But then you go, well, why would Andy Murray do that? Andy Murray doesn't have to sacrifice. He doesn't need to earn a living off coaching, right? He's got plenty of opportunities being the breaking. I mean, yeah, Andy Murray doesn't have to work. Probably doesn't have to. He wouldn't have to He wouldn't have to coach for a living, unless he really wanted to. So yeah. All right. Here we go, chat. Who have you got? I'm gonna go Alcaraz in 3. I reckon Khachanov might surprise. All right. Here we go. Alcaraz to serve. Alcaraz to serve. As the return goes out by Khachanov, and it's 15-love. 15 love. As we get a fault from Alcaraz, second serve. As a return goes to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand goes wide by Carlos. It's 15-all. As Alcaraz gets to 30-15. As a return, goes in the back of Alcaraz, backing up from Khachanov into the slice of Alcaraz, and it goes long, 30-all. Chance for a break to start the match. 30-all. As the return goes in from Khachanov off the tape, and he gets the first break point of the match, 30-40. All right, 30-40. All right. As we get a point out from Khachanov. And that goes out by Alcaraz. And there's the break. 1 love. One zero. One zero. Okay. Khachanov a serve. With a forehand from Alcaraz, cross court in the forehand of Khachanov. Alcaraz comes to the net. Up goes the lob. And then Alcaraz puts away the volley, or the forehand. 15 love. So love 15. Alcaraz puts up a lob. Khachanov puts away the smash. 15-all. Is it a forehand out of the backhand of Alcaraz? Backhand again from Alcaraz goes long, 30-15. As Khachanov with a good serve, 40-15. And Khachanov, good serve, 2-love. Two love. Love 15. Alcaraz really struggling at the moment. As Alcaraz makes another error. Love 30. Khachanov a chance to get the double break. Love 30. Alcaraz serves a fault. As the return goes into the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand now from Khachanov to the backhand of Alcaraz. As Khachanov backhand again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Khachanov. Alcaraz backhand on the stretch. Khachanov forehand again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov again to the Alcaraz backhand. As Khachanov forehand again to the Alcaraz backhand. And he puts it down the line for a winner. 15-30. 15-30. Has been a forehand on the stretch from Khachanov. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Khachanov goes again. The forehand of Alcaraz. Khachanov puts up a lob. But it's out. .30. Serve again. And Khachanov hits it wide. 40-30. I just joined him at work. Is Carlos good? He's just having a bad start. As a return, it goes into the forehand of Khachanov. Forehand from Alcaraz is out, and it's deuce. Anyone wanting to buy rare DVD and Blu-ray plus assorted Salvo stores fill up your shelves? Wait, Clive, where? No, Deb, I don't think it was self-promotion. I think Clive was just sending a message. I think that was self-promotion. I think Clive was just... Because we were talking about DVDs the other day. All right, Alcaraz hits it in the net again, and it's advantage Khachanov. How much are the DVDs, Clive? 80 Burke Street. Where is that? As Alcaraz with the forehand to the front of Khachanov. Alcaraz volley is winner. Pardon me. We get the deuce. We get the deuce. As a return goes out by Khachanov, and it's advantage Alcaraz. Alcaraz to get on the board. As the return goes to front of Alcaraz, but Khachanov hit it out. All right. It's Alcaraz on the board. All right. Two one. All right. Let's see if Khachanov can keep this break now. All right. Back to Khachanov. As a return goes in the backhand of Khachanov. Backhand out from Alcaraz. The backhand of Khachanov is Alcaraz forehand into the backhand of Khachanov. Is Alcaraz backhand drop shot. Khachanov gets it. Alcaraz with a lob. Goes long. 15 love. 15 love. As we just serve to the back of the Alcaraz, return goes wide. 30 love. As we return there from Alcaraz, 40 love. Uh, 40 love. Khachanov serves a fault. Second serve. As that goes out by Alcaraz, 3-1. 3-1 to Khachanov. Good serving from Carlos. 15 love. As the return goes into the forehand of Khachanov, and then he puts it in the net again. Khachanov, 30 love. Serve again is a let. As we get a fault, second serve. As with a slice lob from Khachanov, and it goes long. 40 love. So to the back of Khachanov, back of Alcaraz sliced. To the back of Khachanov as Alcaraz 4 on the stretch, goes wide, 40-15. As Alcaraz serves a fault. There's a return of Alcaraz in the net, 40-30. As Alcaraz serves a fault, second serve. As a return goes in the front of Alcaraz. 4 now from Khachanov is a lob. But it goes out. All right, Alcaraz on the board again. 3-2. 3-2. Khachanov with the break. Okay. There's some place called DVD Collection in Melbourne, Telemarine, with the website's promising hard to find movies. All right. Cool. Rattay's up 3-1 against Draper. He has to win, otherwise people will come in here and start crying. I don't need people crying today. Draper can't lose. He has to win so we can watch him tomorrow. If he loses, then we can't watch him. Okay. Khachanov with the break. By the way, if it's Khachanov Mute in the quarters, that's different. As Khachanov hits it out, love 15. Love 15. As Khachanov serves another fault, second serve. Serve in the forehand of Alcaraz. Back in it from Khachanov into the forehand of Alcaraz. Khachanov hits it in the net. Love 30. Love 30. There's a bit of a return from Alcaraz in the forehand of Khachanov. That's a winner. 15-30. $15-30. As Khachanov serves again. Forehand to forehand rally. Now back in from Alcaraz into the forehand of Khachanov. Alcaraz back in again to the forehand of Khachanov. Into the slice of Alcaraz. Khachanov again to the back end of Alcaraz on the stretch. Khachanov forehand cross as Alcaraz gets it. Into the slice of Khachanov. Alcaraz forehand again. And then the lob goes up. Alcaraz with the bounce smash. Khachanov gets it, but Alcaraz puts it away. 15-40. Break point for Alcaraz. $15-40. $15-40. As Alcaraz gets the return back and breaks back. All right. We are back on serve. All right. We are back on serve. As Alcaraz with another good passing shot. 15 love. Fifteen loves with a fault second serve. As we get a forehand out of the backhand of Alcaraz. As another backhand drop shot from Alcaraz is too good. 30 love. $30 love. First serve is a fault, second serve. As the backhand goes in, the backhand of Khachanov. Backhand up from Alcaraz. Goes out. As Alcaraz goes in line, the forehand of Khachanov. Alcaraz forehand again to the forehand of Khachanov to the backhand of Alcaraz. As Khachanov overhits it, 40-15. Alcaraz to take the lead. As we get another fault. Second serve. As a return goes in. Drop shot Alcaraz. Khachanov in the net. And Alcaraz takes the lead. Alcaraz takes the lead. 4-3. All right. Cool. How are we doing, chat? What's going on? Hey, Laura, thank you for the 42 months. A lot of months here with the coolest people. Yeah, thank you for sticking around. So let me have a look. So Draper is currently down 4-1 and Alcaraz is back in the lead. So that's good. The winner of this will play Draper, or Mute. So that's fun. Hubs.
Come, I'm flying to Paris today. Gonna try to see an opening round at Roland Garros. Wish me bon chance.
Thank you for the $22. Hobbs, enjoy. Try and go on the Monday or Tuesday, because I feel like the Sunday will be really busy. But Monday, Tuesday, you might get away with, you might be able to get to see it. You know? You might be able to see it better on the Monday, Tuesday, when maybe there's less people. Mute's got a 5-2 lead. Sorry, 5-1 lead. 15 love. Hey, Finders, thank you for the 47 months. Jeez, some of you have been here forever. Like, that's literally years. 47 months is almost 4 years. As we get a backhand return now, the backhand of Khachanov. Alcaraz backhand to the backhand of Khachanov. Is Alcaraz forehand into the backhand of Khachanov, but he can't get it. 15-0. Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right. 15-0. Sort of fault from Khachanov. Second serve. Second serve. As Khachanov forehand goes long, and it's 15-30. As we get to 30-all, Khachanov trying to stick around. As that goes for a fault, second serve. As Khachanov serves again. As a return goes in the backhand of Khachanov. Backhand from Alcaraz on the stretch. Into the forehand of Khachanov. Alcaraz slice. Can't get it. 40-30. Nice play by Khachanov. 40-30. As with a fault, second serve. As the return goes to forehand of Khachanov. Forehand from Alcaraz on the stretch. Into the forehand of Khachanov, who sprays it wide, and we get to deuce. We get to deuce. We get the deuce as we know the fault, second serve. As he double faults. And it's advantage Alcaraz to get the double to get the break and serve the set. As we return now, the forehand Khachanov, forehand from Alcaraz. Again, the forehand Khachanov is Alcaraz backhand. It's too good. Alcaraz breaks. 5-3. He's won 4 games in a row. All right. All right. Love 15. Khachanov trying to get back to the break straight away. Love 15. As that goes out by Khachanov, 15-0. Another fault, second serve. As it goes out from Carlos, 15-30. We table on the first set 6-1, by the way. 15-30. Alcaraz serves again. At the backhand, Khachanov in the net. 30-0. All. As we just serve again. The forehand Khachanov. Return goes to forehand of Alcaraz. It's a drop shot. Khachanov gets it. But hits it in the net. 40-30. Set point for Alcaraz. He's had the first set. $40-30. Alcaraz serves. At the back of Khachanov, Alcaraz forehand. He's too good. There's a set. He was down 3-1, and he wins at 6-3. Alcaraz still yet to lose a set against Khachanov. Okay. First set in the bag. All right. Cool. All right, 6-3 first set. How are we doing, chat? What's going on? Alcaraz finally woke up? Yeah. So the winner of this match will play tomorrow, because tomorrow is quarterfinals day for the bottom half of the draw. So the winner of this will take on the winner of Mute and Draper tomorrow. Which will be probably during the day session, just because of the scheduling. All right. Khachanov serving first in the second. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Cam, what's your view on the Djokovic-Murray split? Sorry if you've already said. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really surprised. I don't know. Like, I'm surprised that they didn't like go through to Wimbledon. I thought that like it would have been really like mainly for like almost as a fan to watch them play Wimbledon, like watch them at Wimbledon together, having Murray in the stands and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I even when they started working together, I know a lot of people were freaking out, like, oh my God, this is like some great combination. This is like a superstar team. This is going to be crazy. But I never really thought that it was going to be like this. I didn't think Murray was going to bring that much to Djokovic's game, that he was going to like all of a sudden unlock some like magic formula to beat everybody again, right? I wasn't really that caught up in it was fun. It was like a fun, like, I guess the equivalent to like having an NBA team and then you get like a couple of veterans on the same team at the end of their careers. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of felt like that. Like, I guess like Shaq going to Boston at the end of his career to play with like, Kevin Garnett and stuff. And it was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but that's cool. Like that kind of deal. Or like, was it Shaq? Did Shaq go to, or did he go to the Heat, right? Like when Shaq went to the Heat and played with Dwayne Wade, and you're like, oh, that's cool. It's like, I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but it's cool. Like, it's fun. Cool to see those people in the same team, but I don't know if it's going to really do anything. So I kind of had that feeling about it. Like, it was just interesting, but it wasn't going to be like, I didn't expect it to be like, all of a sudden Djokovic is going to start winning everything again because Murray knew something that he didn't. But I wish they'd been together till Wimbledon. I think that would have just been a real fun fan service almost. But yeah, I'm not super shocked that they split, and I'm not super bothered by it. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Like, I don't think Murray not being there is going to make Djokovic better or worse. I think it's going to be the same, And also, look, I also didn't think Murray was going to be a traveling coach. And he didn't go to every event. He missed out on big events. He was only there for like sort of the key events because he's got a family. he's got a family he's got to be home for. He can't be out, 11 months of the year traveling with Djokovic when, and again, he doesn't need to be a coach. It's different with like Juan Carlos Ferrero, where he's like, he retired and then he wanted to be a coach, so he started an academy and he got into coaching again. Whereas Murray, it didn't feel like when he retired that he wanted to be coaching. Like it didn't feel like that was his next move, especially so soon after retiring, like coaching straight away. I never thought of Murray as being a coach. Maybe a Davis Cup captain or something, or but not like a one-on-one coach. So I don't know. I think it was fun, but it obviously didn't do much for Djokovic, and he didn't get much out of it besides a couple of good runs at hard court events, and then. But Murray got a lot out of it. I mean, coaching Djokovic as your only person you've coached is a pretty big deal. So I'm sure Murray will get offers to coach other people. 40-15. I kind of wish Murray had won. They had won Miami together. That would have been really fun if they had won Miami together and Djokovic got his 100th title and Murray was there. Like that would have been really significant, but. Yeah. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. All right. 40-30. As Alcaraz hits it long. $40-30. $40-30. There's a bit of forehand now from Alcaraz into the forehand Khachanov. Alcaraz forehand is too good. 1-1. Murray and Emma, great team. I don't think so. I feel like Mark Petchey's doing a great job with Raducanu. I mean, that's a great team. It's working. So why would she all of a sudden get Murray? I feel like Mark Petchey and Raducanu are a great team. They don't need to change that. Okay, Khachanov serves. As we return out the forehand of Khachanov, and then great drop shot from Alcaraz. Love 15. Murray needs to coach Emma because they're British. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. All right. The only thing that Murray could bring to Raducanu because they're British is how to deal with the British media. Or how to deal with the British public and the expectations. I feel like that's that's the best thing Murray can do. Would be helping her deal with all the BS that comes with being a British tennis player. The expectation, the pressure of Wimbledon, the media. That's what Murray could help. And same with Draper. He could help Draper as well, right? Like how to deal with those things, Mark Petchey is British too. Yeah, and I think if Mark Petchey and Raducanu they're doing well, why would they change that? I feel like Raducanu should not change that. That'd be crazy for her to change it right now. A working formula, that's crazy. Anyways, 15-30, chance for Alcaraz to break in the second. There's a bit of let from Khachanov. Khachanov should retire along with Fognini. Yeah. I think you should retire too from chatting in the chat. I feel that would be a good idea too. Like Fognini retires, you say Khachanov and we say, maybe you should stop saying crazy things. As that goes out by Alcaraz and it's 30-0. I feel like that's a good. If Khachanov has to retire, then I think that's fair, right? You've been timed out 7 times in the last 3 days. All right, 30 all. 30 all. Retire from the chat. Take it to Twitter. Go take it to Twitter. Take that shit to Twitter. Anyway, slice goes up. And the smash from Khachanov is a winner, 40-30. I think from now on, that's where we're going to have to send people, chat. We're not going to send them to the moon. We're sending them to Twitter. Go to Twitter. Go over there. You can talk like that over there. Go over there. Twitter's that way. Go that way. Twitter's that way. You're in the wrong place. This is not Twitter. It's over there. It's that way. Just go down the hole to the left. You'll be fine. You got this. 400 line at the back end of Alcaraz. Return goes wide, and it's 2-1. Alcaraz hits it out. 2-1. Khachanov. Twitter's a garbage truck. Twitter is a place. Twitter's like Fight Club with words. We don't talk about Fight Club. Do you want Sinner or Alcaraz to win the French? I want Alcaraz to win the French. Jack's decided to just smack the ball and move forward when possible. Yeah, he must be just absolutely stuffed. That's the strategy of a tired man. The rules have changed in Twitter now to say to you can say anything. Yeah, which makes it worse. I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful that Twitter never became a thing in Australia. Like, Twitter was never a big deal. Like, when we were growing up, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, having a big Twitter following in Australia was not a big deal. It wasn't like, it was always Instagram, like Facebook friends, Snapchat. Like, Twitter was never a thing that people cared about here. And I'm so glad for that, because nobody cared. So when things go bad, nobody knows, because nobody has Twitter here. 2-1. Chad, do you reckon there'll be a day where social media is not even a thing? Do you reckon social media will disappear? I reckon there's going to be shut down. Apps are going to shut down soon, right? I mean, they always have. In the history of apps, history of social media, things die. And new ones appear. Yeah, I don't think they probably won't truly die, but obviously, like, YouTube's a social media. Skype just went away. Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of technologies like disappear. All right. What are some of the things that you remember using on the internet, like social medias and stuff, that are not here anymore? What are some of the things? Let's go down the list. Let's go down memory lane of internet culture. What are some of the things that don't exist anymore that used to? Skype is gone. Skype is not a thing. MySpace. Yeah, MySpace was the original, wasn't it? Yahoo Answer, MSN, Habbo Hotel, Vine. Yeah, Flash games. Yeah, true. Napster. All right, Love 15. As the backhand return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz. Good drop shot. Khachanov gets it. Alcaraz pass. Khachanov volleys. Alcaraz volley down the line winner. 15-all. 15-all. $15-all. Is it a fault? Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Khachanov. Back into backhand. Alcaraz goes again to the backhand of Khachanov. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov again with the backhand to the forehand of Alcaraz. The backhand of Khachanov. As Alcaraz backhand again to the forehand of Khachanov. Into the Alcaraz backhand. Khachanov forehand again to the Alcaraz backhand. As Khachanov forehand again cross court. Alcaraz gets it. Khachanov forehand again to the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. As Khachanov shanks the backhand. It goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. As Khachanov backhand again cross. Into the slice of Alcaraz. Khachanov with another backhand into the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov down the line. Goes long and it's 30-15. $30-15. $30-15. All right, 30-all. With a fault second serve. There's a forehand and then into the net by Khachanov. And it's 40-30 Alcaraz to level this second set. Joe, I just found a website called Killed by Microsoft. And it's got a whole bunch of old internet things that have died. And it's like a graveyard. It's so funny. Internet Explorer, 1995 to 2022. Xbox Game Store, 2005 to 2024. This is so funny. That's so cool. Anyways, forehand down the line from Khachanov is a winner and he gets the deuce. Now remember, Khachanov was up a break 3-1. He almost was up a double break in the first set, so he's not happy. We get the deuce. There's also one called Killed by Google, which also has a lot of stuff. That's funny. Anyways, backhand into the forehand of Alcaraz, and Alcaraz hits a winner down the line. Advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. As he serves. And Khachanov hits it wide on the return. 2-2. 2-all. All right. Okay. 15 love. By the way, Draper is trying to break in the second against Mute. Keep an eye on that. All right, 30 love. As we serve again, Khachanov. The fault, second serve. Rome feels longer than a slam. Yeah. 30 love. Backhand return the backhand of Khachanov. Slice in the forehand of Alcaraz. Khachanov backhand. To the forehand of Alcaraz. It's Khachanov with the forehand. Again, the forehand of Alcaraz. The backhand of Khachanov, who shanks it wide, and it's 30-15. 30-15. As we get a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Khachanov, but Alcaraz overhit it. 40-15. Has a bit of fault, second serve. The double faults Khachanov, 40-30. As we get another fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Khachanov, backhand of Alcaraz to the backhand of Khachanov, to the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov into that Alcaraz forehand. As Khachanov hit the forehand cross court, Alcaraz gets it. Khachanov backhand cross court to the backhand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Khachanov down the line of the forehand of Alcaraz. As Khachanov forehand again. Alcaraz drop shot. Too good. We get to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. We get to deuce. All right, deuce. As Alcaraz hits a lovely passing shot on the stretch.
This is going to be on Tennis TV, bro.
And then he just goes like this. Points to his ear. Great shot, Alcaraz. This is why we love watching this man. Advantage, Carlos. Great backhand on the stretch by Alcaraz. What a shot. All right. Advantage, Carlos. As the return goes in the back of Alcaraz. Forehand from Khachanov. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. As Khachanov again to the forehand of Alcaraz. To the forehand of Khachanov as Alcaraz backhand. Into the Khachanov backhand. As Alcaraz backhand again to the backhand of Khachanov. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. As Khachanov Into that Alcaraz backhand. Khachanov goes cross court as Alcaraz gets on the stretch and hits a winner down the line. Carlos just goes like this. He's just like, yep. He hits a ridiculous backhand on the stretch and then he just rips a forehand for no reason and wins the game, breaks, and he's up a set and a break. 3-2 second set. Carlos he's had enough. He's just had enough. He's like, I'm good. I'm ready to just go home now. All right. All right. All right. Alcaraz up a set and a break. Okay. What's Mute talking about with the double bounce? Is there a double bounce? What's going on? Why Draper Mute matched up? Because apparently there's a double bounce that is being contested. So wait, was it a double bounce from Mute, for Mute, or for Draper? Video says only one, but it was two. It was double bounced. Now I gotta check this out. Mute touched the ball to the ground. Hang on, let me check. Umpire and video review agree it was one bounce. Video review show it. I have no idea what... Okay, hang on. Anyways, 15 love. Oh, so Mute was diving to a forehand. He also hurt his leg. He was diving to a forehand. And is that what it was? Or was that just the last point? Oh, no, that was just the last point. There was another bounce. Oh, so it was Draper who didn't get... Oh, it was Draper. I think Draper got that. I think Draper got that. I think he got there. I think he got there. Maybe. It looked like he got there. It looked like it... God, why is the video... How do we get super slow-mo... How do we get super slow-mo in like high definition? Because we need to do that. Yeah, the back angle is not going to show it. I think Draper got there. I think Draper got there. The ball didn't touch the ground on the second bounce. I think Draper got there. I think he hit the back. I think it hit the frame, and he got it. I think Draper got there. This could be a turning point in the match, by the way, if Mute loses his mind. It definitely hit the frame. I think Draper got there. Where can you see the footage? I'm watching it on Tennis TV. Mute thought it was a double bounce. I think Draper got there. And it's 40-30, Alcaraz. As Alcaraz hits it out and gets a deuce. I think Draper got that. Draper got that. There's no way that you can see the ball even... Because if the ball hit the ground, it would have changed its shape. You know what I mean? Like, the ball would have compressed when it hit the ground, but it didn't look... The ball didn't look like it hit the ground. It looked like it was scooped off the frame. Like, the ball didn't... There was a gap between the ball and the ground the whole time. Like, there was no... The ball didn't... There was no, like... There was always a gap between the ball and the ground. It's hard because, like, the frame kind of, like, skips a frame, and that's kind of the frame that would have hit the ground if it did. Also, there was no ball mark on the ground, right? Because if he hit it into the ground, it would have left a mark. Right? I think Draper got it. And plus, I don't think Draper would have... If he knew he didn't get that, I think after what happened last year, I don't think he would want to go through that BS again. So I'm sure if he was 100% sure it hit the ground, he would have been like, yeah, whatever. I don't think Draper would have wanted to go through all this shit again. Anyways, Khachanov to break back. As Alcaraz hits the backhand pass, but it's wide. We're back on serve, 3-0. 3-3. Yeah, Draper got that. I think Draper got that. All right. 3-3, we're back on serve. As Khachanov comes in with a volley and puts it away, 15-love. Serve. Is an ace, 30-love. $30-love. As Alcaraz hits the corner and Draper, Khachanov hits it in the net. $30-15. $30-15. As Khachanov forehand into the backhand of Alcaraz on the stretch, but it goes long, 40-15. $40-15. As we return to the backhand of Khachanov. Slice from Alcaraz into the backhand of Khachanov. Here's a drop shot. Forehand lob by Alcaraz goes long, and it's 4-3. Khachanov regains the lead. All right. Four, 3. All right, 4-3. Four to three. By the way, we've got Eala taking on playing the doubles with Gauff in about 30 minutes, so stay tuned for that. We will be watching that. All right. All right. Okay. As Alcaraz wins the first point, 15 love. 15 love. As Alcaraz hits it in the net, and it's 15 all. Fifteen all. So we get a fault, second serve. As we return now, and the forehand of Alcaraz in the net. It's 15-30. 15-30. $15-30. As we hit a fault, second serve. As Alcaraz with the forehand passing shot, Khachanov volleys, up goes a lob by Alcaraz, but it's too short. And Khachanov has got break points, 15-40. Break points for Khachanov. As the return goes in the front of Alcaraz. Backhand now from Khachanov to the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov hits it short, and Alcaraz puts it away, 30-40. As the return goes in the front of Alcaraz. Khachanov slice, Alcaraz volley. Khachanov lobs. Alcaraz puts away the smash. We get the deuce. We get the deuce. That's a bit of fault. Second serve. As we're backhand down the line of the forehand of Khachanov, backhand of Alcaraz in the net. We get another break point for Khachanov to break and serve for the second set. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. As the return goes back into Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits it out. 5-3. Khachanov is going to serve for the second. He's never won a set against Alcaraz. All right. Khachanov, 15 love. Remember, he's never won a set against this man. $15 love. Khachanov serves again. A fault. Second serve. As a return goes in the net by Alcaraz. 30 love. As a return goes out by Alcaraz. 40 love. Khachanov with set point. To take the second. Alcaraz returns in the forehand of Khachanov. Alcaraz backing on the stretch. Khachanov forehand. Cross court the forehand of Alcaraz. Khachanov goes down the line in the net. 40-15. 40-15. Set point number 2. 40-15. As he serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As Alcaraz returns the forehand of Khachanov. Alcaraz back on the stretch. Khachanov backhand again to the forehand of Alcaraz into the backhand of Khachanov. Khachanov hits it out. 40-30. $40-30. Still set point. And Khachanov serves. A fault. Second serve. Into the front of Alcaraz. Return goes out. We're going 3. We're going 3! What exactly do people dislike about Twitter? It just brings out the worst in people because people can say whatever they want with no ramifications and total anonymity. Anonymity. Is that the word? Which is fine, but it's also like, I mean, it's not healthy. It just doesn't feel like a fun place. It feels like an angry place where people want to fight and argue and, doesn't seem like a fun place to be, which is why I don't go on it. So you like censorship. See, this is why, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Somebody who's like, look, if you like Twitter, that's great. Cool, have fun. It's always people looking for a fight over there. You know what I mean? It's fine. But it's fine. Like, if you want to go over there and fight, it's great. But I don't go over there because I don't want to fight. I just want to chill, man. It's not so much about censorship. It's more about just respecting others. Yeah, it's got great information. Look, it's great for news and it's great for all that stuff as well, like keeping up to date with stuff. But in terms of like a social aspect, it's not really, I don't like it as a social thing. It's not really a social, like somewhere that I would want to hang out. Not something that I would want to socialize with. But in terms of an information, it's great for information, for sure. A lot of things, get a lot of information from there, from all aspects, right? You get a lot of breaking stuff. But from a social point of view, I'd rather just not go there and talk to people because people just want to go out there and fight people or try and prove a point, or I don't need that. But have fun. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. You can use Twitter. Do whatever you want. You're an adult. I feel like YouTube comment sections can be pretty bad, but Twitter is far worse. Yeah. Twitter is. I mean, all social media comment sections can be bad. It just depends on who's. It just depends on how it's moderated, and if it's not moderated, then it gets worse because people can say whatever they want, with no consequence. And that's just not, there's no respect for anybody then. There's just don't, As Alcaraz said, to win a 15-hole. But again, if you want to use it, it's fine. I'm not saying that like people that on there are bad at all. You can do whatever you want, but freedom of speech, ever heard of it? I'm in Australia. We don't have that here. It's not a thing here. That's an American thing. We don't have that here. All right, 15-hole. See, it's funny. All the people that you can tell who uses Twitter chronically because that always gets brought up. Well, freedom of speech. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. Look, I'm not saying it should be. I'm just saying that I don't like going over there and talking. It's a bad place because people can say whatever they want. And I don't need people to tell them everything. I don't need people yelling at me. I get enough of that here. 30-15. I don't need to go into a I don't need to go into that situation. People should be able to say what they want. I've never used Twitter. Okay. But see the difference between online and in real person. If you went up to somebody and you said exactly what, let's say you were going to say some crazy shit online and you went up to somebody's face and you did it in person instead to that person, you'd get smacked in the mouth. You don't get smacked in the mouth if you type something from the other side of the world. You know what I mean? Like, there's no consequence like if you did it in real life. If you said something, and I'm talking about the worst of the worst on Twitter, right? If you said something like that to somebody's face, you would expect a reaction, or you wouldn't say it because you'd be fearful of a reaction. Online, you can say whatever you want with no reaction or no danger, right? And then cry when and then you can be, a free speech. But it's like, but then also, like, you can say what you want, but also be prepared for the return. There's going to be a reaction to that, and that's where online people can get away with so much, because there is no reaction. Well, there is a reaction, but they can just ignore it, or they can hide it, or they can disappear. Like, there's no, that's why I don't deal with it. Alcaraz holds, one love. And that goes for everyday people. It goes for people, like, it goes for tennis players. Like, tennis players get treated so badly online by anonymous DM people, And yeah. And there's no consequence to that. Not saying the players would fight them. I'm just saying, like, if you go up and start abusing someone in public, verbally abusing someone, you would get in trouble by police, you'd get in trouble by security, you would get in trouble for that. Right? If you do that online, you go about your day. Like, nothing, your account might get blocked. That's about it, right? It's again, it's got nothing to do with free speech. It's more, recklessness. People being reckless. Yeah, but there is no danger when you type things online. Not compared to real life. Not in real life. It's different. 15-0. But again, that's why I don't partake in conversations on Twitter. Because I just don't have time to argue with random people that don't have a face, or don't have an account. I do that enough here. That don't have a profile picture and don't have, a real name. I can't have a conversation with someone who's anonymous because you just don't know anything. It's impossible. It's a waste of time on Twitter. To be screaming and shouting at people. Don't need that in my life. All right, return goes into the forehand of Khachanov. Forehand from Alcaraz, the backhand of Khachanov. Alcaraz back on the stretch. As Khachanov gets the point, 30-0. There should not be a danger to someone who says something politically incorrect. Yeah. But, okay. Why are we going down this road? There are people that get super angry that they get censored for saying crazy shit. And then there's people that are the opposite end of that same spectrum, where they freak out over every little thing that somebody says. Both people are not good, right? There's no like, this person's right, that person, they're both bad. They're both toxic. The person who's like, I want to say what I want, I don't care if it's offensive. And the person that says, you can't say anything because I'm offended by that word or that thing that, like, that little, like, I'm translating what you said as offensive. That person is also bad. Both of those people are what's wrong with online, is what's wrong with social media. The hyper-reactionary people who want to fight people because everything offends them, and then the other people who want everything to be uncensored and free to say whatever they want, doesn't matter how crazy it is. Both of those people are bad. Neither of those people should be allowed to use a phone. You know what I'm saying? There's no like, this person is right, that person's right. They're both wrong. I think we can agree on that, right? 30-40, as that goes out from Alcaraz, and we get the deuce. And then you've got like the majority of people in the middle who are just like, I just want to talk to my friends. I just want to share shit to my friends. I don't want to, like, you know? All right, deuce. As we return out of the backhand of Alcaraz. Flying out from Khachanov into the slice of Alcaraz, and Alcaraz in the net. Advantage Khachanov. Advantage Khachanov. People get triggered by everything. Yeah, people get triggered by things that they get offended by, and then people get triggered by things that those people getting offended. God, online world used to be fun. As a backhand rally, Chad, do you remember when like the internet was fun? As that goes down the line from Khachanov, a winner 1-1. God, online before, it feels like maybe like early 2010s, being online was like a fun world. Now it's just like, it's just rough, man. It's shit. Used to be fun. All right. All right. Why regulate words? Just grow up. Punish acts, not words. Bro, your name is Steven Spielberg, and you've got an Adam Sandler picture. You are the exact. You are really fitting that exact type of person that we're talking about. Like you've literally put your name as Steven Spielberg. You're using an Adam Sandler photo, and then you're trying to defend whatever you're trying to defend. It's like, bro, use your name, use your profile picture, and that's like you grow up. You know what I mean? Like that's, I get it that people want to be anonymous online. That's fine. But when you're anonymous online so that you can be a bad person or a bad version of like so you can hide behind that. I mean, bro, you've already been timed out 7 times. Otherwise I wouldn't be calling you out. So you've obviously done something in the past multiple times on the channel that gets you timed out. So I mean, bro, 30-15. If you hadn't been timed out, I would have skipped you, but you obviously have been timed out for breaking the rules here multiple times. I know, Mikey. Because we need more moderators to moderate the chat. We need to start getting to the point. 30-15. As they're falling cross court in the slice of Khachanov. Alcaraz forehand. Again, the forehand Khachanov. Lob goes up. Goes in. Alcaraz with the forehand. Again to the backhand of Khachanov. As Alcaraz backhand. Into the slice of Khachanov. As Alcaraz with the forehand inside out. To the backhand of Khachanov. That goes down the line for a winner. Nice work by Khachanov. 30-0. All right. 30-0. 30-all. No, it's all right, Mikey. I know. Yeah. I think we just got to tighten the chat up a bit. Get a little. It's getting a little much. All right, 30-all. And Deb can't be here at 2 a.m. every day. You know, we definitely need some extra hands, I think. Drop volley, winner by Alcaraz. It's 40-30. All right, 30-40. $40-30. Alcaraz to stay in front here in the second. As we get a fault from Alcaraz, second serve. As the backhand return goes the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand from Khachanov. Into the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Khachanov off the tape goes in. Alcaraz drop shot. Khachanov backhand pass. Winner. We get to deuce. We get to deuce. We get to deuce. As the return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits a wide advantage Khachanov. Advantage Khachanov. Advantage Khachanov to take the break in the final set. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. As the return goes to the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov backhand down the line. Alcaraz forehand. Into the forehand. Khachanov sliced. Alcaraz with a volley. Is too good. We get to deuce. Nice hitting from Carlos. We get to deuce. That volley was perfect. Khachanov was going the wrong way. All right, we get the deuce. As Alcaraz serves again. Khachanov returns the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov again the backhand of Alcaraz. As Khachanov again to the Alcaraz backhand. Alcaraz in the net. Advantage Khachanov. Advantage Khachanov to take the break in this final set. And yeah, we've got Eala, Gauff taking on Grant and Pagato. So we'll chuck that on in a second as well. All right. As Alcaraz serves a fault, second serve. Serving the backhand of Khachanov, return the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov down the line of the forehand of Alcaraz, who hits a winner down the line behind Khachanov. We get back to deuce. We get to deuce. All right, deuce. As it is served to the backhand of Khachanov. Forehand from Alcaraz. Into the forehand. Khachanov hits a wide advantage. Alcaraz to take the lead in this final set. Alcaraz hits the forehand, and that goes out by Khachanov. And Alcaraz leads 2-1 final set. All right. All right. We've got some doubles going on as well. Plenty to do. What's going on, everybody? We've got doubles as well. Alcaraz is in a battle. We also got Jannik Sinner coming up a little bit later as well. So plenty of tennis today. Plenty of tennis going on. Yeah, crazy good lineup of matches today for sure. For sure. So Draper's into the final set against Mute. So the winner of this will take on the winner of Draper and Mute, and they're both in 3-setters. So why are all the ATP matches today? Because that's how all the WTA was yesterday. So that's just how it works. Are we watching everything? No. Because I am one person. I cannot watch everything. All right. Khachanov serving is 2-1. All right. The Italian pair are coming out on the doubles, and then the superstar pair are coming out as well. As Alcaraz is a return winner, love 15. Love 15. Love 15. As we to serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. As a double fault, okay. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. Just serve out wide the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Khachanov goes long. Love 40. Khachanov, who had break points in the last game, is now just throwing this game away. Love 40. I'm watching you from Italy. Respect you always there, even in night and any time. Appreciate it. Thank you for the nice words. Shout out to Italy. How blind are you, Cam? I'm legally blind, 5% vision on my right eye, and I have about I see black and white in my left. But I can smell really good, and I also can hear out of my right ear. As we just served down to see the backhand of Alcaraz, flying out from Khachanov. And Alcaraz back in the net, 30-40. 30-40. As we just serve again. $30-40. Yeah, sum it up. Not that blind. Yeah, I'm actually, yeah, it's fine. I can see fine. As with a forehand now to the backhand of Alcaraz, but Alcaraz into that Khachanov forehand. Alcaraz forehand on the stretch. As Khachanov goes down the line, Alcaraz gets him with the backhand cross. Khachanov backhand again at the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Khachanov. Alcaraz forehand on the stretch. Goes in the net. Khachanov survives. Deuce. We get to deuce. Thanks, Tab. Appreciate it. All right. We get the deuce. Ladies in the doubles are just Warming up. Chad, if I went blind, I would be fucked. I'm not even... I don't know what I'd do. I definitely wouldn't be able to do this. That would be... Chad, that might be my... I don't even know. I'd have to retire. Backhand rally. As a forehand now into the forehand of Khachanov. Backhand passing shot winner from Alcaraz. Too good. All right. Advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. Yeah, if I did, God forbid I don't, but if I did go blind, I'd just go play tennis. I would do that. I wouldn't stop playing tennis. I'd try and learn how to play tennis. I just would have to stop streaming in this way. All right, advantage Alcaraz to get the break. As we get a return now to the forehand of Khachanov. Forehand from Alcaraz again, the forehand of Khachanov. Here's the tape and goes wide. Alcaraz breaks 3-1. If any of us go blind, we're pretty much the same. Yeah, but that's like, on a serious note, we have had people on the channel throughout the years that are vision impaired. And hopefully, talking about what's going on in the matches and explaining the points, hopefully that helps those people that are vision impaired. The doubles players are just warming up. And then we'll get started with that as well. As Khachanov hits it in the net on the forehand, it's 15-love Alcaraz. $15-love. Why watch doubles over the Draper match? Because I'm a Coco Gauff. This is the Coco Gauff fan channel. What are you talking about? Didn't you hear? We don't watch Draper. It's one of my rules. No Draper unless we have to. That's what we're doing, right? It's one of the rules. No Draper unless we have to watch him. You remember? If he plays Alcaraz, we'll watch a Draper. Oh, God. If we have to. Oh, God. Reluctantly, we'll watch him tomorrow if he plays. Fine. Otherwise, strictly no Draper. 15 all. All right. Second serve, Alcaraz. As we return into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand now from Khachanov. Into the forehand of Alcaraz as Alcaraz makes another error. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again. Into the backhand of Khachanov. Return. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Khachanov on the stretch. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov again with the backhand. Double's about to start, by the way. As it a backhand again from Khachanov in the net. 30 all, and he yells at himself. $30 all. We are only watching Draper if he plays Alcaraz, Sinner, or against Raducanu. Exactly. Yeah. If he plays Raducanu, we'll definitely watch him. All right, Gauff serving first in the doubles. Who you got winning the doubles, chat? Who you got winning this dubs? Alcaraz, by the way, 30 all as he tries to consolidate the break. Forehand goes into the forehand of Khachanov on the stretch. Alcaraz volley. Winner. 40-30. 40-30. Alcaraz for a 4-1 lead. Earth is likely flat. I never thought of that. 40-30. As a return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. Then Alcaraz with a slice on the stretch. Khachanov goes in the backhand of Alcaraz. Then Khachanov in the net with a volley. 4-1. Alcaraz leads. Final set. All right. By the way, Draper's, up 3-2 in the final set against Mute. And also Gauff Eala win the first point of the doubles. As Grant hits a backhand to the backhand of Gauff, backhand of Pagano. And then eventually, Eala hits a winner. Did she hit the winner? She does, with a lovely volley winner. 30 love. The purple and black is disturbing in the screen, plus the match stats are already black. And what are you trying to say? That doesn't make, okay. And what I don't understand what you're trying to say. Is that a complaint? Is that you said just, what are you trying to say? What do you want me to do? Want me to do a backflip? Because I can't do that either. All right. Gauff serves. Into the forehand of Pagano. Backhand from Gauff to the backhand of Pagano. And Eala volleys. Pagano gets it with a lob, but Eala with a swing volley winner. And I think it's 40-15. All right. 4-1 Alcaraz. Camp commentating singles and doubles match at the same time. Yeah. The ultimate doubleheader. 6 players, 1 person, one commentator. As we have a forehand from Grant into the forehand of Gauff. Gauff hits it out, and the scoreboard disappeared, so I have no idea what the score is. 40-30. As Khachanov tries to stay in this match, as Gauff and Eala win the first game of the match. 1 love. Leon, that's what it feels like. 1 commentator and all the players at the same playing at the same time. Let's see what happens. All right, 15 love as Alcaraz backhand on the stretch into the backhand of Khachanov. Forehand from Alcaraz to the backhand of Khachanov. Again, the backhand of Alcaraz. As we got a forehand slice from Alcaraz. Forehand now from Khachanov down the line. Alcaraz backhand, one-hander in the net. 30 love. Cam, do you have any chat plans? Coming rain delays? There is. Possible thunderstorms in the next 2 hours. Yeah, I'm going to leave. All right, 30 love. As Khachanov hits a backhand into the backhand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net, 40 love. I got to be honest, I'm being optimistic that it's not going to rain, so please don't jinx it, please. I'd rather just not know the weather forecast and hope for the best. It's much more fun than dreading the weather. All right. Khachanov holds 4-2. 4-2. Why do you not like Draper? He went to my eldest son's school. Oh, really? He went to your eldest son's school. Well, that changes everything. No, I was just kidding. I don't not like Draper. It's a running joke. It's a running joke that I don't like Draper because we watch other players instead of Draper, and then people get really angry. It's just a silly joke. We're just having fun. It's just a joke. I don't not like Draper. I don't hate Draper. I just don't watch as much Draper as his fans want me to. So that's where people get confused. Is it a backhand rally? 15-30 here. Gauff with a forehand down the line's a winner. All right, Eala Gauff. A chance to get the break to start this one. All right, 15-40. 15-40. As it a serve out wide, the backhand of Eala. Return goes in the front of Grant. And Gauff with a volley in the net. And it's 30-40. All right, by the way, Khachanov hits it out. And it's 15-0. As we get a return now, the backhand of Grant, but Eala puts away the volley, and there's the break. 2-love. Two-love Gauff Eala. All right, Alcaraz trying to stay in front, 30-15. 30-15. (30-15). As with a fault from Alcaraz, second serve. Serve to the backhand of Khachanov. Alcaraz backhand into the backhand of Khachanov to the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Khachanov forehand again to the forehand of Alcaraz. Khachanov hits a backhand into the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov again to the forehand of Alcaraz. He hits a slice this time. Khachanov goes down the line again to the backhand of Alcaraz. As Khachanov backhand again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Khachanov. Alcaraz backhand again. Bit of a lob. Goes in to the forehand of Khachanov. Alcaraz backhand again. Into the forehand of Khachanov, who hits a winner down the line. 30-all. Also, Eala and Gauff are at 40-love. Sorry, 30-all. 40-love for the doubles, though. Eala serves. And the return the net by Pagato. And 3-love. Gauff, Eala take the lead. All right, Khachanov trying to break back. All right. 4-1 from Khachanov. Alcaraz backhand on the stretch. Goes out. 30-40. Khachanov to get back on serve. All right. Serving to the backhand is a fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand, Khachanov backhand from Alcaraz. To the backhand of Khachanov as Alcaraz forehand down the line. Khachanov gets it. Alcaraz forehand on the stretch. Khachanov backhand cross. Too good. We're back on serve. Khachanov fired up. 4-3. It's not over yet. 4-3. Alcaraz, but Khachanov back on serve. 3 love for Gauff and Eala. As Pagato, I think, served a foot fault. Okay. All right, 4-3. Khachanov back. All right, 15-all. This sport's for nerds. Okay, brother. Thanks for your input. I'll note that down. By the way, nerds are sexy, didn't you know? As we get a fault from Pagato. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Eala, but then Gauff hits a volley out. 30-15. As Khachanov gets to 15 love. As Khachanov serves a fault. Second serve. As with a forehand on the stretch to the volley of Alcaraz. Khachanov gets there with a slice. But Alcaraz volleys it away. 15-all. As Khachanov serves again. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Khachanov to the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov backhand again. To the slice of Alcaraz. Then Khachanov comes to the net. Alcaraz puts up a lob. It's too good. 15-30. 15-30. All right, serve. As that goes out by Alcaraz on the return. And it's 30-all. All right, first serve was a fault, second serve. Serve to the backhand of Alcaraz. Return goes to forehand Khachanov. Alcaraz backhand. In the net, 40-30. Khachanov to level this final set. As Alcaraz hits the slice in the net, and it is 4-all. Final set. 4-4. By the way, Draper's trying to break. in the final set of his match. It's almost the exact same scorelines here. 4-4 final set. Also, Gauff Eala up 3-1 with the break. All right, 4-0, Alcaraz to serve. Umbrellas are going up. Come on, finish this match, please. As Alcaraz hits it out. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15 as Alcaraz serves again. Yeah, Alcaraz is definitely affected by the rain here. He's looked up to the sky and he's like, serving in the rain sucks. Serve to the back of Khachanov, return the net. 15-all. 15-all. So Alcaraz serves a fault, second serve. As a return from Khachanov goes the forehand of Alcaraz. Khachanov slice. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. And he puts away the winner, 30-15. Also 4-1 Eala Gauff. $30-15. All right, 40-15. First serve is a fault, second serve. Serve in the back of Khachanov. Return goes in the back of Alcaraz. Hits in the net. 40-30. Draper breaks. He's serving the match, by the way. Uh, 40-30. Serving to the back end of Khachanov. Return goes out. Alcaraz holds 5-4. Final set. All right. Loving the streams. Don't have much access to the tennis over here unless you can afford the streaming services. Hey, Jim. Happy to be here. I'm glad we could provide you with some tennis. All right, 5-4 Alcaraz. As Eala and Gauff 4-1 in the first set here on the doubles. As that goes out by Grant. The scoreboard's not working on the WTA thing. It's love 30 though. Love 30, chance for a double break. Love 30. Draper serving for the match. Not much of it in Newcastle, fair enough. Well, glad we can bring it to you. As Eala return off the tape, but it's in the net. 15-30. 15-30. As Grant serves again. Into the back end of Gauff. Volley from Pagato is good, but Eala gets it back. Grant with a forehand, and then Gauff comes to the net. Grant with a backhand down the line wide, 15-40. A chance for a double break. Gauff, Eala. In this first set, 15-40. Khachanov is serving to stay in the match. All right, serve though from Grant into the back end of Eala. That's, in the net. She went for it. All right. 30-40. As it is served now the back end of Gauff. Forehand from Grant. Into the back end of Gauff as Grant gets the point, but it's still sudden death. Deuce. Chance for Gauff and Eala get that double break still. Also love 15. Alcaraz 3 points away. Khachanov serves. A fault. Second serve. As Grant with a forehand goes into the backhand of Eala. Into the forehand of Grant. The Eala backhand. Into the forehand of Grant. As Eala backhand again. Into the forehand of Grant on the stretch. Eala backhand again to the forehand of Grant. As Eala with the backhand down the line. Pagato with a volley. Eala gets it though, and Grant with a pass, and then Eala volleys it wide. And it's 4-2. Still a break for Gauff and Eala as Alcaraz with a backhand pass is wide. Almost crazy. 30-15. Almost ridiculous. All right, 30-15. As the backhand return goes to forehand of Khachanov, then Alcaraz in the net, 40-15. 40-15. As Eala serves at 4-2. Gauff, Eala with the break in the doubles. 40-15. Khachanov to keep. To keep this match alive. First serve is a fault, second serve. Draper wins. Draper wins. Draper's going to play the winner of this match. Khachanov holds 5-all. Okay. All right, 5-all. Alcaraz serves. He serves a fault. Second serve. No worries. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate the nice words, mate. Yeah, if it goes to a tiebreak, it'll be a 1-7 tiebreak. Love 15, though. Khachanov wins the first point. Love 15. As Alcaraz serves again. As the return goes to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Khachanov. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov. Again, the backhand of Alcaraz. Khachanov now with the backhand. Down the line. Alcaraz forehand cross court. Khachanov gets it with a slice. Alcaraz on the attack. Hits a winner. 15-all. Also, Eala with a forehand into the forehand of Grant, who hits a winner. 40-30. Gauff, Eala to keep that break. 15-all. Oh, Hurkacz Mensic's coming up next. That's fun. 15-all. As Alcaraz serves into the forehand of Khachanov. Return net. 30-15. As Eala backhand, forehand to the backhand of Pagano as we get a forehand now from Eala to the forehand of Pagano again. Pagano forehand again goes wide. 5-2. Gauff Eala. 5-2 first set. All right, backhand from Alcaraz goes long, and it's 30-all. 30-all. As Alcaraz hits an ace out wide. All right, good serving Alcaraz, 6-5. He stays in front, and Khachanov is going to try and get to this final set tiebreak. All right, 6-5. Winner plays Draper. Okay. All right, Gauff Eala, by the way, have the 5-2 lead as they try to keep the first set in control. Medvedev and Musetti play later today. They are playing. They should be playing shortly, actually, but probably in the next 30 minutes they're going to start playing. So. All right, Gauff hits a forehand long, 30 love. What's going on, Kevin? How you doing? All right. 30-15, nice hitting there from Gauff. As Pagano serves. All right. As Alcaraz tries to avoid a tiebreak. As he hits a lob there, Khachanov. Alcaraz with a smash, puts it away. Love 15. Eala, by the way, hitting lovely forehands and gets a set point for her team. 30-40. Set point for Gauff and Eala to take the first set. As Khachanov too good. 15-all. And Gauff Eala do get the set. 6-2 first set. In like 20 minutes. All right. 6-2 first set. As Khachanov backhand goes in the back of Alcaraz. And Khachanov slices it back. Goes in the front of Alcaraz. It's Khachanov backhand again. Into the front of Alcaraz, who goes down the line for a winner, 15-30. Alcaraz does not want to play a tiebreak. 15:30. All right. Serve again. Down the tee, the forehand of Alcaraz. Return to the forehand of Khachanov. Alcaraz backhand. Into the forehand of Khachanov as Alcaraz for the forehand drop shot. Khachanov gets it. Alcaraz volleys. Khachanov running backwards. He hits a tweener, but it's wide. Match points, Carlos. 15:40 to take his spot in the quarters against Draper. 15:40. Match points. $15.40. As to serve is a fault. Second serve. Into the back of Alcaraz return. Oh, just misses. 30-40. $30-40. $30-40. Match point number 2. As Khachanov serves a fault. Second serve. Serve in the back of Alcaraz. Turn gets back into Khachanov. Alcaraz backhand. Into the back into Khachanov as Alcaraz runs right into forehand. Again to the back into Khachanov, who hits it in the nets! Alcaraz Draper is going to happen in the quarterfinals of Rome. It's going to happen tomorrow. It'll be during the day, I am guessing. Khachanov put up a good fight, though. He's never been that good against Alcaraz until today. But Alcaraz too good. And he gets the win in 3. GG's. All right, Draper versus Alcaraz will be the quarterfinal tomorrow. That is a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun. Great test for Draper. We will find out tomorrow how good his clay court tennis really is. Because tomorrow he is playing against one of the best clay court players, if not the best clay court player going around right now. All right. We're going to merge the streams to make it easy for me to deal with. Jump on over here. If you want to keep watching this Eala Gauff doubles. But Carlos wins. Good win for him. He gets through in a close 3-setter. Would have been nice to have a tiebreak, but Alcaraz said no. But we'll watch Alcaraz tomorrow play Draper. That'll be fun. So I'll see you then if you're not coming back.